Hi, this is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus, the big top of sports talk radio. Did you hear this?
And then I did, Super Bowl as a player, assistant coach, and 2 as a head coach. And working for Al Davis, I should be in the Hall of Fame just working for Al Davis.
Right. Clown around with us and stream the show online at thesportcircus.com. Join me and special guest 3-time national champion and 4-time Rose Bowl champion coach John Robinson this Saturday morning from 8 to 9 here on NBC Sports 920, The Game. Hello and welcome back to the Friday edition of the Sports Circus here in fabulous Las Vegas. And this segment is brought to you by the College of Southern Nevada Athletic Department. Their nationally ranked baseball and women's softball teams are in full swing. Head over to their Henderson campus to see exciting games against their rivals. Buy your tickets online at csncoyotes.com or at the Coyote Stadium box office. The Sports Circus is a proud partner of CSN Athletics. Go Coyotes! All right. That's the first time I said that one, and good for them. Great guys. The athletic director, his name is Dexter. Dexter's a great guy. His assistants, his team, Terry and Nick. I mean, these are great guys. I really like these people, and they're not the stuffy, gimme types. So good for you guys, and we're going to be at your baseball games coming up next weekend, as a matter of fact. All right. So what we're doing now is switching over to the NBA. As you can see, I got a big basketball behind me. At least that's actually my head, but there's another big ball behind me. All right. So this Saturday we have the All-Star Game, and the All-Star Game, of course, we have an NBA correspondent with the Sports Circus for our Saturday morning show, which can be found on NBC Sports 920 The Game, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. every Saturday. And so this Saturday, we're going to be preparing for our NBA segment, and our NBA correspondent is Theo Ratliff, 16-year veteran, three-time shot blocker, all-star from the NBA, just a fantastic guy, former Atlanta Hawk, LA Laker, 76er, Milwaukee Bucks. He's played all over the place, and he's killed it everywhere he went. So he's going to be doing coverage for the Sports Circus, and we're going to report next week from the NBA All-Star Game from him. So that'll be a lot of fun. Theo's a great guy. So the Eastern Conference has their starting 5 as the Western Conference. So let me spread these out here so we get a better depiction of who's who and where they're playing and how they match up. In the Eastern Conference, needless to say, you've got your usual suspects from the Cleveland Cavaliers, which would, of course, be Kyrie Irving, who says he's part of the Duke family, but he is not part of the Duke family. He played for half a season. He basically went to school for a half a semester. He is not a member of the Duke family. Kyrie, if you're watching, you are not a member of the Duke family. Get over yourself. Go get paid and do what you're doing over in Cleveland because you are not recognized as part of the Duke family. So there. Now, Kyrie Irving is going to match up against Stephen Curry. I mean, this is a great matchup right here. But Curry's going to toast him left and right, and Curry can hit 50-foot jump shots. It's ridiculous. Golden State hasn't had a shooter like this in a long time. The league hasn't seen one like this in a very long time. So Stephen Curry will match up against Kyrie Irving, and I will give that one all day, every day to Steph Curry. I mean, he really is that good. Now, you have DeMar. Yeah, we'll just say that. I don't want the reserve to come in. We'll have DeRozan from the Raptors, from the Toronto-sauruses, one of the best names in all of sports, the Toronto Raptors. You can actually call them the Toronto-sauruses. So matching up with James Harden. And again, the West with a decided advantage, talent to talent. I mean, it's not even a contest here. You've got guys that are really unfairly matched, and Harden is just a scoring machine. He's an assist machine. This guy can do it on both ends of the court. DeRozan is going to get schooled, and it's going to be ugly. So watch and see what the Houston Rockets star does to the East in the All-Star game. The only problem with the All-Star game is that you've got no defense is really played. It's just a matter of who could score. Everybody's got to score 30, 40, 50 points because there are so many egos in the building. Frankly, I don't know how they fit their heads through the door. It's just so many big heads walking in the door. Then when they get on the courts, everybody has to score. Nobody wants the assists. They don't want to play the great defense unless they're shot blockers. Then they want to swat everything. But what I don't see are guys playing defense. And that's the one good thing about Major League Baseball's All-Star game. There's actually something that they play for. They play for the home field in the World Series. And that makes all the sense in the world. People say, well, it takes away from the game. No, it doesn't. It actually means something. And the winner, of course, their league hosts the World Series, which actually for Cleveland this past season, it went against them because you had a guy that basically is a position player for the Cubs, Kyle Schwarber. He was actually able to play in 4 games, able to hit really in 4 games as a designated hitter. The problem is, if the National League had won, then he would only been able to play in 3 in a best of 7 because, well, he was injured for most of the year, and the guy's a wrecking machine at the plate. Another discussion. So this game doesn't really mean a lot, and you're going to see a guy like LeBron James. I call him LeBrick because he doesn't shoot very well. So you see LeBrick match up against Kevin Durant, again from Golden State. And here we have Golden State with yet another powerhouse player that they picked up from Oak State. And Kevin Durant is just going to school LeBrick because that's what he does. He is a great player. LeBrick is good, but I don't think he is as complete as Kevin Durant. Not today, not tomorrow, not last year, not the year before. It doesn't matter. Durant is a better player, in my opinion. Then you're going to see a very long name, which, frankly, I can't even describe. I can't even pronounce this guy's name. I'm going to let you guys see it. It's the 4th name down. Take a look at that name. All right, you got that name? All right, good, because I don't have that name. I can't even say it. So that guy is going to be matched up with Leonard from San Antonio. And Leonard is one hell of a young player. I don't know too much about the other guy from the Bucks, but I will tell you that Leonard is a handful. And this guy can slam dunk he'll start from 20 feet out. So he's a great post player. He's got great hands, great footwork. And he just has the vision on the court that not a lot of players have. So I'll be very interested to see that matchup in particular. I mean, I just can't say the other guy's name for the Bucks because it's I don't know, 45 letters long. Who knows? Anyway, and the last matchup in the starting rotation for both sides is Jimmy Butler from the Bulls in the East against Anthony Davis from the Pelicans. Now Davis has been the talk of possible trades and whatnot, but I'll tell you what. I don't think Davis is going anywhere. I think Butler gets the edge on that one. And the reserves, I don't give a damn about the reserves. So let's talk about the trade deadline real quick. Boston has a lot of money, and I think the Celtics are going to go out shopping. They lost the deal for Serge Ibaka. He went to Toronto instead. What's going to fit in Boston? I don't know. They have a bunch of money to spend. Who knows what's going to happen there? Now the Brooklyn Nets, which I always want to call them the New Jersey Nets because that's where they're from. Brooke Lopez, right? Brooklyn, we like that one. Brooke Lopez is going to be available. The problem is the Nets want 2 number 1 picks. I don't think they're going to get it. I think they're going to be stuck with him. He's an unrestricted free agent, not next year, but the year after, and he's got $22 million on the books for next year. I don't think anybody wants his contract. They're going to have to cut him. Somebody else is going to sign and renegotiate. That's the only way this is going to happen. The Bulls, on the other hand, I think Jimmy Butler might be available for the right deal. And the problem with that is if the Bulls get rid of Jimmy Butler, then Dwayne Wade's going to go because Wade doesn't want to be there without Butler. The only reason Wade is there is because of Jimmy Butler. He called him and said, hey, I want you to play with me. Okay, great. Now they're playing on the same team. So we don't know what's going to happen there. Taj Gibson, power forward, my guess is he's going to either go to Toronto or he's going to end up with the LA Lakers. That's my best guess. Now, Toronto, they are certainly going to be buyers. They got a lot of money, just like Boston does. They're going to be shopping. They're going to be shopping big. They've already made one big move. They're going to make another one. Watch and see. It's coming up. Carmelo, nobody wants him. Carmelo Anthony just needs to stay in New York or go play European ball or something. Nobody wants you. You're over the hill. Let's face it. You're not going to contribute that much. You're not a great player. When you came out from Syracuse, you won a national championship, which Jim Boeheim probably cheated in that as well. In fact, I think he did. And if there was a big story about that, that's another story. But it just seems to me that Carmelo's going to be stuck there. He knows he's not going to get moved. Let him stay there. Cleveland, Kevin Love, why break it up? You got a championship team. Stay put. Lou Williams from the Lakers, stay put. He's got a great contract. Everybody wants him. He's going to stay there. He's going to make more money. Derrick Rose is probably going to leave the New York Knicks. That's how I see that. And Okafor is going to probably end up with the Chicago Bulls from the 76ers. Why not, right? And Atlanta's going to move Cephalosha and Hardaway Jr. Question is where they're going to go. But Atlanta's actually going to be buying at the deadline. And the Phoenix Suns have a lot of action ahead of them because they're actually below the cap. They're below the floor of the cap. So there's a whole bunch of possibilities. So next segment, we're going to cover the National Hockey League. And again, you are watching the Sports Circus here, WCOBM.